So I finished for the morning trading for Technical Tuesday. Technical Tuesday, both days so far this week, Monday and Tuesday, has been technically easy. These are the days where you really can't lose money if you just follow the technical. 1500, not the greatest, but 100% greens on all my transactions. That gives me up to close to 5,000 for the week. And so where we sitting at right now, pretty much focused on Amazon and Zoom and a little bit of Tesla. Fortunately, let's just talk about Amazon real quick. Um, so Amazon has a huge gap up, which always make it difficult to play when you have a huge gap up. Because the reason why there was a huge gap up, and look at the volume on it, very good volume on Amazon. Here's the week. Let's look at the daily. Very good volume, and this is right now it's afternoon trash. So I'm assuming this guy's gonna beat the volume from yesterday, because if you look at the individual volume here, it's a lot higher. But yeah, so in the pre-market, it was, let's just bring that up real quick. It doesn't show it here because that's, let me go back to the 5-minute candle and let's look at, zoom in a little bit here. Maybe one day. Let's take a look at that and throw up the extended hours or the pre-market. So if you look at the pre-market, already it was above 3,000. I mean, it opened up 30, 33. That's a good 80 points from yesterday close. And that really indicates that they wanted to push Amazon. The news today was essentially there was a bike that competed with Peloton, a exercise bike, and so Amazon was gonna be good for the day. However, you do never know because the market at one point. So when you have this huge gap up, now I got caught in the headlights again because this essentially I wake up too late, and by the time I get my coffee and try to check the news and whatnot, I couldn't tell what was going on. I didn't know why the Nasdaq was so good, so I didn't. I just was looking around for news articles and reasons, explanation why the QQQ was so up so much. But by the time I found out there was nothing really going on, it was just more of manipulation or more front running. I miss out on this, selling the cars. I miss this, but I did get this because that was so easy. I mean, come on, you know Amazon was gonna be bullish for the day, so I did get this. I missed the downturn, and essentially it's the same play as yesterday where there was a huge gap down. And so when there's a huge gap down, you can always get the upswing. And this is like the mirror image. When you have a huge gap up, you can always get the downturn. That's very profitable. That's almost 1,000 I missed because the morning is just difficult for me because I'm not calibrated yet. I'm not completely awake, and so I'm not ready to make moves. And by the time I was ready to, sell a car and try to get in, it had already started moving the opposite way. But Amazon, look at, yeah, this right here kind of scared me a little bit because I got in on this candle right here instead of this candle. So when this started going higher, that really scared me. And had I gotten in on this candle, on the third candle, I would have held all the way to VWAP. But because I got in on this candle, at the point where it was trying to break out, I just felt like they were gonna push it. It just felt like a push because Amazon today was a push candidate, and any other day besides September or any other month, especially if this has happened in August, it would have been a push, completely a push, push, push. But since it's in September, you can see they couldn't maintain the push even though they tried. And so on the third failure, the program just saw that. And you know what the programs do when there's a failure, it's gonna go from one end to the other, or at least it try to go from extreme to extreme. So what did it try to go? It tried to go, and this is the furthest it went from extreme to extreme because Amazon was a push candidate or is still a push candidate. So there's only so far it can go from extreme to extreme, and this was an easy buy. Got this guy, and it went up. And so at this point, it's really hard to see. I mean, if you look at that, it's really hard to see if it's gonna go up or go down. Obviously, the bias is gonna go up, but you never know what the market is going to do. And by the market, I mean the QQQ. And so, yeah, I missed out on all that. Yeah, any really an easy miss because I shouldn't have missed it because if you look at Amazon, it had the target for the bottom here. So it had a target for 3080 pretty much. And right now it's at 3080, more or less 3080. So it's the target, the bottom target has been reached. Look at the weekly. Let's zoom in on this real quick. See how that looked. So bounce off of very strong bounce off this week of the 20-week moving average. So I told you yesterday it had a magnet for 300 or 3,000. Surpassed that in the pre-market. Now it went above the 5-day moving average, and now it's sitting below this critical technical level at 3080. So looking at this, it looks like it's gonna straddle between you're gonna have a straddle between these two lines. So let's just draw that in because a new level has been reached on Amazon. So that level, let's just draw that in right now. So you got the blue line, which offer the range. Looks like it's, however, this blue line is moving, and then you got this yellow line that offer the bottom range. So this will offer the bottom range. So Amazon will stay within this range right now. Right now it's below this guy. So let's let me use another pen real quick. Fuchsia. So technically it's below this line. So it's at a critical point. Based on how well the volume is, it may or may not break out. You have to see in the afternoon trash how well it could be. So if it goes down, it's gonna, yeah, well, geez, it's hard to say. I mean, I just feels like it just feel like any downturn on Amazon right now. Technically, if it goes down here, it's just gonna go back up, break this, and hit that level. So it looks like 310. Is that really 310? Above the 3100. So looks like it has a target for at least 3100, probably above 3100. Maybe after the retrace, maybe after some downturn. So we're gonna see a test of the downturn on the QQQ. Let's see if the QQQ is up for a downturn by tomorrow. And yes, it actually does look like the QQQ is subjective to a downturn because if you look at that, let's just get the let's just get that real quick and draw it in and see how that looks. So why is the QQQ subjective to a downturn? Because you can see right now it has failed. It's sitting at 26.9 and it has failed the penetration of the 5-day moving average. So this 5-day moving average is going down. The blue line, which is the 50-day moving average, is right here, and it did not reach it. So it did not reach the blue line, which indicates that it's a fail maneuver at this point. However, um, the thing about it is that you do have this tail, which is a indication that it still is a positive candle. It is a positive candle, but it does just looks like, let's see what happened in the end of the day, but right now it does look like it's going to fail. If it fails it and goes down for the afternoon, if it goes down to 36.50 for the afternoon, 26 750, looks like what's gonna happen, which is right here, 26, yeah, right at the top of the previous candle. So if that happens, then this green candle may turn red, depending on how far. And even if it's green, even if this is green, like right here, I mean, that's just the tail isn't as pronounced now. Now, if it's down here, then you don't have a pronounced tail, and so without a pronounced tail, it's kind of indicates that it's a weak green candle, and a weak green candle below the 5-day moving average is a down candle or a down bias. And a down bias with Amazon being at a critical level where it looks to be a retracement, you probably gonna have maybe a reversal tomorrow. So tomorrow maybe, let me get rid of this guy. Okay, so tomorrow, if it is a red day tomorrow, which is most likely the case, something like this, um, and let's just see, maybe Tesla battery day will be good. And if Tesla battery day will be good, then this will obviously will be a breakthrough, right? And a lot of the longs are hoping that. I mean, if battery day on Tesla is really good, then you're gonna have, instead of this candle, which is what it looks like technically, what you're gonna have instead is a breakthrough, uh, um, a breakthrough candle and a retest of this blue line right here. So that's all dependent on Tesla. So Tesla really, as funny as that sound, Tesla is going to be the catalyst for the market movement tonight. I mean, the futures, and tomorrow, what was gonna happen? And let's just look at Tesla right now. Tesla sitting right here, on the daily. Is that the daily? Let's look at the weekly. Let's look at the daily. So yeah, Tesla is sitting between the 5-day moving average and the 20 retest of the 20-day moving average. So technically it's just neutral right now. Waiting for the news on battery day, sitting above the 5-week moving average. Yeah, this is the 5-week moving average. So it definitely does not want to go down. I mean, it's hoping. Everybody's hoping on battery day. And geez, I'm sure if Elon Musk leak out, if battery days is gonna be good. I mean, I'm just thinking. I just can't imagine it's not gonna be good, and this is just gonna break out. And so the whole scenario, I mean, geez, let's just assume. I mean, gosh, it's got to be good. So this is a more likely scenario right here that battery day is gonna be good, and Tesla is gonna break out above that candle. I mean, that looks to be the most likely scenario. I mean, but you never know. I mean, geez, if battery day is not what they say it is, then it's often nothing, right? So, looks to me like tonight it's gonna gap up above this, above this 5-day moving average. So this 5-day moving average is gonna start turning the other way as it sits here, and it's gonna turn the other way up to 250 because battery day. I mean, if battery day is not good, then this market is pretty much toast. But let's just assume it's gonna gap up and it's gonna move up to at 450. I mean, it's probably gonna be a tail above here. I mean, a wick. So it's gonna be a nice range tomorrow. A gap up above the 5-day moving average. I mean, I'll probably listen in on the conference. Let's see how it does. But this guy is gonna be what is that right here? Above that. So it's probably gonna end up here tomorrow already if battery day is good. Um, but I'm gonna listen to the conference call and see how that behaves because, geez, it's probably gonna gap up. Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna gap up, I mean, in the pre-market, I don't know. It could be false signal in the pre-market, so I may have to wait and see how it stabilizes. But when it runs so fast in the pre-market too. So you never do know. The only thing is if it's bad news, then you can just have a gap down on Tesla. Really bad gap down on Tesla in the pre-market. I mean, it's gonna be worse than what it was yesterday. As far as yesterday in the pre-market when it was already up here, I mean, it was just barely it gapped down to actually yeah, it was up here and it gapped down to 430 and moved all the way down. But so it looks like battery day is gonna control everything. But let's just look at Zoom. Um, I mean, this guy is just so strong. I don't know how to play. I mean, geez, look at this. Um, just continue strength after strength after strength. I mean, how can you? Geez. I mean, I just feel like I missed out on it. I'm starting to watch it. And I'm watching for a reversal because if there's a reversal on this, it's probably gonna be pretty wicked. You can never time the top, unfortunately, because right now, I mean, it's sitting at almost 100 billion, 95 billion. So maybe 500 is the target. That would give it 100 billion or above 100 billion market cap. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if it gets to 500, that's probably a good time to short or buy some puts. But if it probably won't get to 500. It might even get close and start reversing. But right now, it's just so powerful. Yeah. So everything. Look at that now. The QQQ is still trying to maintain a positive bias. Um, Amazon sitting at 3084. Let's see if it continues to push. It might push to 3100 for the day. Already it might have hit 3100 because that Peloton news where it was building a bike. I mean, that's a good catalyst. That's a really good news catalyst for a positive day, and I should have played it a little bit better, but yeah, I'm just not feeling like holding something overnight. But at this point, I mean, I guess at this point, I should have bought something and hold on for tomorrow. Although, yeah, it's hard to hold something because Tesla news might be bad. Yeah, everything is easy on hindsight, but right now is afternoon trash. I don't know if I can play anything to be honest, because right now, Amazon looks like it wants to get to 3100. The VIX is, yeah, it's just sitting right there. So not much I can do at this point. Just take that 1500 and wait out for tomorrow, pretty much. Lesson learned is try to avoid playing in the afternoon. I mean, playing in the afternoon is just not smart. Just take the money and start again tomorrow because you can lose everything playing in the afternoon if you're stupid. So that's all I can say for now.